Guys, it's race week, and if your group chat hasn't started arguing about predictions, are you an F1 fan? If you're new here, hi, my name's Tobi, and basically this channel is the F1 group chat brought to real life, in a nutshell. So what I plan to do with this channel is we're going to talk about the hot takes, the debates, the race predictions. We're also going to do race breakdowns as well. So this is what this channel is all about. There's loads of channels out there that go into like the more technical side of Formula One, and there's other channels that are more kind of a bit about fan opinion stuff. This channel is a bit of both, combining the two. So first and foremost, I'm an F1 fan. I know enough to understand the sport, but I'm not a F1 guru in the slightest, but I do my research to understand how the sport works and why this sport is amazing, and just going to see where this channel goes and grows. So it's race week, and with that it's the Australian Grand Prix. Now I live in the UK, which means I'm going to have to get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, but I'm used to that. I've accepted it because we get to watch the races about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is a small hit for, you know, the first race of the season, but I'm very excited. Based on the new regulations in the cars, this is going to be one of the hardest tests for these 2026 cars because they're so focused on battery deployment that you're on full throttle for pretty much the entire, well, not the entire track, but most of the lap time. These cars do really well where in terms of recovering the battery in hard braking zones, but Australia doesn't really offer that. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams navigate that. So that's one of the first things I'm going to be looking for. Secondly, I feel like this is going to be a Mercedes win. I think George Russell's going to get the win pending there's no safety cars, any dramas like that. I feel like based on their pre-season, they look to be the team that is on top of their car. They ran their program well, they racked up so many mileage, and I just feel that George Russell has that in him to be able to challenge for a title given the car is underneath him. And I feel like we're going to see this next phase of George Russell's development as a potential World Drivers' Champion. Now, second team, I am going to say Ferrari will be P2 in the championship. I feel like I think they're going to shock everybody as well. And I still feel that Leclerc will have the edge over Hamilton, although Hamilton has had his inputs into this car. Last season was more kind of getting himself embedded into the team. He's lost his race engineer. I say lost, pretty much sacked his race engineer, which, to be fair, needed to happen because the way that relationship was developing, it was just going to go one way. So I feel like Charles Leclerc will be P2 in the race, followed by Lewis Hamilton. If Hamilton does, however, get on well with this car, then we could see him potentially win the race. He's shown that he can when the car is underneath him. He can win races like the sprint race in China last season. So that's just one to watch out for this race. For my wooden spoon prediction, I have gone with Valtteri Bottas because he is carrying a 5-place grid drop from 2024. I believe it was the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix where he crashed with someone that I cannot for the life of me remember who that is. So if you know who that is or you can remember, please let me know in the comments because I honestly can't remember who that was. But yeah, he will qualify. He will qualify last. I feel like Cadillac will be the slowest team if you take out Aston Martin, who, oh my goodness me, there are rumours that they might even just do a couple of laps and then retire the car because the engine is that bad. So don't expect to see much from Aston Martin during this race. But yeah, my top 3 for the Australian Grand Prix: George Russell P1, Leclerc P2, Lewis Hamilton P3. I do worry for McLaren and Red Bull. So I'm a McLaren fan, so the last 2 years has been absolutely amazing seeing my team win the World Drivers' Championship and the Constructors. The years before that was absolutely awful. So we've gone through the trenches. Yeah. But I just feel that they don't have that edge in their car, and I feel like something is missing. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not optimistic that my team are gonna win a 3rd Constructors title. So I'm a little bit sad, but who knows? The key thing for this season is going to be the development race, and I just feel like whoever is fast out of the blocks with these regulations and then has a good development plan will be able to maintain that for the entire year, and there'll be a gap between first and second as a result. So that's been it for this video. So as I mentioned at the start, I've always wanted to set up my own channel and just talk about F1. I'm going to bring the group chat perspective as well. So if you are interested in following this journey, please like and subscribe to the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.